In Washington today, some veterans turned out to fight one more battle for a new GI Bill.
I came home proud, very proud of my service, but I didn't come back to the education that I was expecting. I came back to 3 different types of student loans, 2 of which had gone to collections.
I fought for my country. My country asked me to go, I went. And now my country's telling me I have to fight for education. I have to fight for an opportunity to chase the dream.
Most folks who join the Army and most Americans think that if you sign up, you go to college.
They see the commercials that say, hey, join the military, go to school, we'll pay for your education. And it's really not the case. The GI Bill just doesn't represent the current cost.
That's why I joined, and that's why I ended up in Iraq, is to help pay for college. And when I come home, it wasn't there for me.
Many of the people who are returning would love to go to college. They just can't afford it, even with the GI Bill.
The GI Bill we have right now does not keep up with the costs of college education. We need a new GI Bill, one that will address the hundreds of thousands who've served in the military, particularly during this long war in Iraq and Afghanistan. A new bill that's really geared not just to peacetime, but to those who've served in combat.
People who came back from World War II got all their tuition paid for, all their books bought, a monthly stipend.
After World War II, 8 million war vets used the GI Bill to get educated. For every $1 invested, economists estimate the government received a $7 return in productivity and tax revenue.
I worked on Wall Street, and you give me a 7-to-1 return on an investment, I'd be pretty happy with that, and I think the American taxpayer should be too. We created a generation of leaders who are Pulitzer Prize winners, presidents, senators, and we helped create the middle class.
Because of the education I received under the GI Bill, I'm a U.S. Senator.
When their country gave them that GI Bill, they took it and they did something with it. We as Democrats want to see that happen again.
There's no question that we can replicate the success that we had with the original GI Bill.
A bipartisan bill sponsored by Senator Jim Webb, a Democrat, to give the troops 4 years of education free after just 3 years of service, has the support of veterans.
It's time for us to assist them in providing the most tangible thanks that our country can offer, and that is a meaningful chance for a first-class future.
Nearly 2 million vets are eligible for the benefit, which would cover tuition even at the most expensive in-state public university and provide stipends for housing and books.
This GI Bill also covers Guard and Reserve and not just active duty. And that's really important.
They deserve the same kind of benefits and same kind of treatment as those who are in active military.
Our servicemen and women have made tremendous sacrifices on behalf of this nation, and the adjustment back to civilian life is difficult.
Many of them face the highest unemployment rates of any group in America. Now that's just absolutely unacceptable.
This is a group that needs attention, that needs honest, meaningful, robust programs to facilitate their transition into civilian life.
This process of education is a kind of a medicine that can help our veterans.
This is an excellent recruitment tool that will allow DoD to raise their level of standard for recruits.
It's smart. It's got the support of service members. It's structured effectively. It's going to be implemented effectively. And we don't have to come back and visit this 10, 15, 20 years from now. This is the fix.
The Republicans, Senator John McCain, have said we can't afford a GI Bill.
President Bush at this point should have as much commitment to the returning veterans as he did to initiating this war.
We have an obligation to take care of the people who stepped forward and served.
Taking care of our vets is a cost of war, and we need to pay this cost in full.
As Democrats, we can't afford not to do everything possible to make sure our veterans have what they need.